parenting podcast where parenting and gaming meet and no one knows what they're doing. I am today's chaos controller, Cassie. Gamer, athlete, business owner, and still losing arguments to a 3-year-old. This is my tantrum response team. Go ahead, Astra.
Hi, I'm Astra. I forgot my bio, but I'm a Twitch.
I threw you off.
You did. I'm a Twitch partner, a mom of 3, and professional loot goblin. There we go. Got it.
And I'm Ebox, and I am a Twitch affiliate, husband, father of 3, and general dingus that people laugh at a lot. So here we go. My life's a joke.
One of these days we'll get the introduction down.
Well, also to Ebox, in Ebox's defense,
Ebox is a disaster today.
His internet is brought to us by like one little bar and a dream. Yeah. Where are you, Ebox? Are you in the forest?
In the middle of nowhere.
There is a forest right here.
Yeah, with the diarrhea outbreak.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's in a different part of Michigan, I think. Hopefully. I don't
Sure.
have diarrhea.
Sure it is.
Nope, it's in that campground.
I get diarrhea the old
All right, today.
Drinking milk.
Oh my gosh.
So sorry.
Anyways, back to the podcast, talking about the mental load today, and then matchmaking in gaming. Mental load being, each of us are different. I being a single parent and carrying the full mental load in my household, you being the mother of your household of 3 kids and a puppy, and Ebox being the father of his family and carrying the mental load of 3 kids and 2 dogs and trying to help his wife. So being the full-time working father. So mental load, what does that mean to you guys? Like what, because I'm sure it's different for both of you. So Mandy, go ahead. What do you feel like your mental load looks like?
Oh, it's changed over the years a ton. I would say mental load is like the things that's like my to-do list, all my tabs that are open in my brain of like, oh yeah, I gotta, run to the store and get this, or oh yeah, I have to register my kids for this, or I have to make sure that I upload this video for my little clip or whatever. There's like a million things that are all over the place, which is also why all of us think that we have ADD, because we can't keep our mental loads straight a lot of the time. So I would say it's just kind of the current to do. And then the mental load obviously can ebb and flow when it comes to bigger stresses or smaller stresses or things like that that are happening in your life.
All right, Ebox, what do you feel like your mental load looks like?
That's interesting because there is some of that, I think, in my life day to day, just like checklist things to do. But as a dad and like working full time and stuff, I think a lot of my mental load that I experience in regards to parenting is like questions of like, am I doing enough? Am I good? Am I being a good dad? Like, am I supporting my wife in her like adventure as a stay-at-home mom? Because like that was like Chelsea's like dream. That's what she wants to do. She wants to be a stay-at-home mom. So like me being able to support that however I can. And so I think for me, a lot of my mental load is more of the big picture things like finances and, like I said, those questions of like, am I doing a good job as a dad? Am I enough? Am I spending enough time with my kids versus my wife versus my friends? Like, and like finding time for myself, like inside of all of that as a parent. But I definitely also have all of those tabs open inside of my brain too, just with like day-to-day tasks at work, and remembering to like do the little things that like Chelsea might ask me to do, like for the kids, like sign Winston up for T-ball, which I just remembered I haven't done yet, so I need to do that. Just little things like that like they come in your brain and you're like,
just kick the can down the road, you're fine.
Something happens and then it's gone, So, but yeah, I think that's kind of like, I think most of my mental load though comes a lot from like those big things pushing the tabs to the fringes, and then I don't get to them. as effectively as I should sometimes. But yeah, what about you, Cassie?
I feel like I carry, I mean, all of it. I have to keep track of literally everything. So, like knowing, doctor's appointments and different things happening with preschool. I make it a habit to buy like birthday gifts and Mother's Day gifts and stuff like that for her like other side of their family. Like I feel like I take care of her more so than I do myself sometimes.
Your daughter?
Um, mhm. Um, I feel like it's like mental load is, gosh, it's like everything that's invisible in your brain, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like you can cook, you have to cook dinner, but it's like prepping dinner. What are we having for dinner? What, like remembering all the things that go with dinner, and stuff like that. It's,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's, I feel like it's really difficult. I carried a lot of it. I was a stay-at-home mom. I'm sure Mandy, you can, know how that goes, and you carry I feel like you as a stay-at-home parent you carry a lot more of it than the actual
Yeah.
working parent because
Well, you're in
you
the
are in
trenches, like
charge of
you know
way
what's
more.
happening.
Yes.
And that's like
um
the role that you take on in that, like in a partnership, in a marriage, in a relationship, like
mhm
you willingly step into that role because they're taking on the role of caretaker, or sorry, provider. Like that's the typical balance, in the traditional household setting.
mhm
So it makes sense when you're home all day. Hey, we're running out of toilet paper. Hey, we need more diapers. Hey, we need to get more milk. Like you have that, like just the grocery list alone, you're more aware of than someone who's at an office all day, So
mhm
it makes sense.
yeah, for sure. It's tough. How do you feel like both being married, and Mandy, I feel like you carry the mental load mostly in your household. And Ebox, I would say Chelsea carries more of the mental load in your household. So how do you guys feel like you would divide responsibilities? Because you had just mentioned like, well, stay-at-home parent is going to carry more of the household work. I agree with that. However, I also think the working parent does need to like step in as well. And take some of that mental load off. Like, like I felt, I mean, my ex-wife, I feel like she was pretty good at knowing like uh, t-shirt sizes, pant sizes, like,
Yeah.
for both kids because I have a stepson as well. But I did take on, I cleaned the entire house. I prepped meals where I could. I took care of the yard. I took care of everything at home. Um, but my situation was obviously a little bit different. How do you
Just a
guys divide
smidgen.
up?
Yeah, just a little bit different.
That Yeah, mine has changed over the years. So, my kids are, as a refresher, 9, 11, and 13. And so right now the burden of laundry or the burden of organizing things is a lot less than it was when they were babies and toddlers. So, um, initially, like before I had any kids, I was working and my husband was working, and so our goal was to, divide all the household responsibilities. There wasn't a ton because it was just the two of us, but it was something that very quickly on into. Well, I should probably preface my angel of a mother did all the things for me growing up, and so I didn't know how to cook or clean or do my laundry or anything that a normal adult would do, or functioning human should know how to do. And so I moved out and I was like, cool, I don't know how to do dishes, I don't know how to cook, I don't know how to do my own laundry. And I am a medical assistant, and so I had a bunch of scrubs, like that was what my work attire was. And so the first, like we moved into our first place and I was like, cool, I gotta, wash my laundry for work the next day. So I put all the stuff in the wash. all the different colors, all the whites and all the colors and all the things in there. And then I put them all in the dryer and just on, and my scrubs were shrunk. My clothing was not, it didn't like the wash cycle that I did. And I very quickly realized, oh, there's different settings on this machine. So I took on the laundry. That was my primary thing because I had more clothing that I think needed to have a more gentle touch to it with like air drying or like hang drying or whatever. And so I took that on, and my husband took on the dishes. And that was kind of like the two big ones for us initially. I feel like even still, I feel like dishes and laundry are probably the biggest two household chores. And so then transitioning into being a mother and having, all of the, when I was a stay-at-home mom, then all of that was kind of on my plate of the laundry and dishes and childcare, because that was kind of the understanding that my husband and I had. And when he came home from work, then obviously he helped too. But it really helped me in those early, like, newborn baby where you're not sleeping a lot days, to realize like my job, my stay-at-home mom job, was my child. That was the number one thing. She was all my entire day's work was around her. And so my husband had his whole day at work. And so if we're splitting the day 50-50, I've got her for 50% of the day and he has nothing, right? And then when he comes home from work, it didn't seem very fair or equitable for me to be like, here's our child, I'm done. You've been working all day, but I'm done, And so it was a shared responsibility with the two of us coming together. So he would, take on half the responsibility essentially. But then at the end of the day, that looks like, if my math is correct, 75% of the childcare is on me. And then 25% was roughly him with diaper changes and helping with bedtime and all the things. And we had some pretty good conversations early on. So we understood like the shared responsibility so that I didn't feel like I was in it alone, and that he didn't feel like he wasn't doing enough to help. So that was helpful. And then I have 3 kids. And so with each child, it kind of, ebbs and flows and changes all the different, I think I'm going to say ebbs and flows more. I think I've said that 4 times now. I'm sorry. I think it just changes, as your kids get older. And then, yeah, I'm just like a river, Pocahontas out there with my canoe, just ebbing and flowing over here. Yeah, I think it, should I marry Cocoa? Sorry, those lines in that movie always are just in the back of my brain all the time. Megan, Cassie, that was her favorite movie in middle school. That was like her favorite
really?
one. Oh yeah, steady as a beating drum. Like that. Just anyway. But yeah, like it changes with each era. I'll say that. And the where we're at currently with my kids situation is I'm trying to raise them in a way like my mom did. I think a fantastic job of helping me and my dad of becoming a wonderful human functioning member of society. But I want my kids to also be self-sufficient. I want them to know how to do their laundry before they're 21. I want them to know how to cook a meal and not burn the house down. I may have delayed us tonight because my son wanted to have ramen for dinner. A reminder, he's 11 and he's made ramen a lot. And this particular ramen is my favorite spicy ramen. And there was only one left. And I was like, you can have it, buddy. So he puts it in a bowl, puts the ramen in, puts the seasoning in, does not add the water because he got distracted. And then he put it in the microwave and hit like 6 minutes and walked away. And I'm in my office and I was prepping to hop online. And I'm like, what is that smell? I'm like, what are you cooking, buddy? And he's like, and I'm like, what? And I go out there and it is just smoke all over my house. It looks like someone genuinely lit a fire in my kitchen, was like fanning the flames. And my smoke detectors weren't going off yet, but I looked at this smoldering bowl and I was like, I have got to get this out of my house. It's gonna set my alarm off. So I had to put on freaking oven mitts because the thing was like 1,000,000 degrees and it's charred black and just a disaster. And so took that outside, opened all the doors, and I'm like, okay, well, here's what we're not going to do is set the house on fire. And he just got distracted is all. He's still 11. He's still learning. But,
Yeah.
Had a good discussion about that. And he got emotional because I told him, like, this is pretty serious because it could set the house on fire kind of a thing. If you're not careful, when you put things in the microwave, it can go boom. So,
At least you didn't put a spoon in with it.
Oh gosh, that would be the cherry on top. But yeah, I think with the mental load as far as what I'm responsible for in my household with my current situation with my kids, and their needs and everything, is that I'm having them learn how to do their laundry. So I'm reminding them, let's do your laundry. And then I'll stand there and I'll point to the things that they need. I'll have them grab the little packet. Even my littlest, she's 9, but like I have each of them take part in that. And then they all, switch it to the dryer. Like they know how to do that. And then they know how to then fold and put their own clothes away. So that one little bit, and then having tiny little lessons in cooking, like, hey, do you want to help me chop the carrots? Hey, do you want to help me make mac and cheese? And I'll show you how to do that. So my mental load, I feel like I'm doing a lot of prep work for them as they get older. And the roles and things, like I'm trying to outsource the things that I know that they'll need to learn how to do eventually, but still have me as a resource to help them in those moments. But I don't want to handicap them in that capacity so that they don't know how to do it themselves when they move out and when they have a family of their own. And I want my son to know to help in the kitchen when his wife is cooking, or my daughters to help take the garbage out, like the typical like gender
help
roles
with the
of
mental
like,
load.
Right.
Yes.
And working on what you see someone else doing. If you see a need, fill the need, kind of a thing. So that was a long answer.
Yeah, let's not teach our children to just
be passive,
be entitled, right? Like, and
yeah,
right. No, that's a great answer.
Like,
though.
actually, like, see someone and help them, and
yeah,
that's how I want Bryce to be raised as well.
Well, you're crushing it right now, which is the best example ever.
Ugh, it's so hard.
Stop it. Take a compliment.
I appreciate it. Sorry.
There we go. We did it. Also, my camera was blurry that entire time. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
It didn't look blurry to me.
Yeah, it didn't look blurry on
Is
that.
that
I
focus?
don't think so either. But yeah, I think that's a
I don't think you can see anything, Ebox. You look like Play-Doh.
Yeah, I was like, I can't.
You guys
Ebox doesn't exist.
I really hope
just
that
a
this
blob on our
records.
screen.
You guys look just fine.
I really hope that
I think
this
it'll
records
be-
in like normal crispiness.
Yeah. I think it will. Am I delayed again? Like,
Yeah.
oh, I absolutely.
A tiny bit,
absolutely-
but it's kind of like the weatherman,
Delayed
you know?
anyways. It's fine. Yeah.
It's like, how's the weather over there, Ebox?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, now he's really delayed. All right, back to the podcast. Ebox, piggybacking off of what Astra has said, and her mental load, I know that Chelsea takes on quite a bit because not only is she the stay-at-home parent, she is also the teacher of your children, and so she carries what I feel like is a lot more than most even stay-at-home parents. So how do you feel like you contribute to her mental load? How do you feel like you take on your own mental load? Because I know you have your own tasks for the household. Tell us a little bit about that.
For sure, yeah. My wife's killing it as a mom, first of all. Like, she does so much for our family and for our kids. Like you said, so we homeschool. So she's teaching an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, and then Winston will be starting preschool next year. So he'll be 4 at the end of September. So, and then on top of that, just being a mom, doing all the things, making sure they get breakfast and making sure they get lunch, and helping with bathroom breaks and stuff throughout the day. And I'm in a unique position where I work full time, but I am at home. So like I am able to go upstairs and like assist sometimes, with if an emergency. I've had situations where it's like, Dad, wipe my butt, and Chelsea's busy doing something else.
Big emergencies.
Yeah, exactly. So it's but I think like with mental load for Chelsea is like I don't know how she manages all the things that she manages because she cares so deeply about everybody around her. So like a lot of her mental load, I think, also comes from just wanting to make sure that her friends and her family, like mom and dad and sister and stuff, are also like doing well. And so she like takes on a lot of like outside like load as well. Um, and so it's crazy how much she does for our family and just people in general. So uh, I do my best to assist with
Mm-hmm.
things. Like I said, household things like um, we split like she does stuff during the day, and then when I'm off of work, like I cook dinner. I would say not every single night, but like probably 90 to 95% of the nights I'll cook dinner for the family. And I typically am the one who will do like the
Which is
grocery
a
lists and
huge help.
a huge help. Yeah, for
That's
sure.
amazing.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
just like
and
I would say that's a big help as a stay-at-home parent. Before I
sure.
would say
Yeah,
you getting off work and taking on dinner like after Chelsea's had the kids all day long, like
yeah.
I would
Well,
say
that's where
that's
I
a
go back and
massive help.
forth. Where it's like, sometimes it's like, is this what I should be doing, or like, should I like take the kids and get out of the house and like, do you want to cook because then the kids aren't with you, And so we talk about that sometimes too, and uh, that's something I've started doing a lot more recently. Is like, what's going to help you? Like, what's going to make you feel like the other day we were sitting on the couch. I don't remember what
I
happened,
love
but we were
that.
all like,
That's
we were all
super.
just.
Yeah.
I'm delayed. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You can finish that thought.
No,
You're
you're
fine.
okay. You're
I
good.
think the fact
Yeah.
that you even asked Chelsea that is amazing. Like just to even think
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
as a
Not to.
question is really
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've gotten better in recent years because I haven't. I mean, I've always been like attentive to my wife's needs and to the family's needs and stuff, but like, I struggle with mental health and depression too. So like, there are some days where like things get done, but it's like just crawling through it. And there have been times where like I know I haven't been the support that I needed to be. um and my wife also struggles with anxiety and depression and stuff as well, so it's like um we've been in a season lately where it's like there'll be a couple of months where like she's doing really well and then like I'll be doing not so great, and then we'll like flip-flop. And so um some of the mental load in our lives is honestly just knowing like what we don't absolutely need to do and just like setting it aside. So we talk about that
mm-hmm.
like
Well,
And there's
it's
nothing
like
wrong with
back to
that either.
the yeah.
Yeah, I don't
yeah,
think
go
there's
ahead.
anything wrong with that. I think as long as you keep going and keep pushing forward and like that's like one of the questions I have, like do you let things just roll off, like both of you, do you carry so much throughout the week or throughout the day, like are you worried about things that get left behind, or do you feel pressure and like have to get those things done, like
I think it's
um
kind of back to that open tabs thing where it comes to I think your questions to Chelsea are amazing that you have that
mm-hmm.
awareness to do that because her needs are going to change. Her needs are going to change on any given day.
We're gonna
God darn
talk
it.
like
Um based on like
Western
kids
people now,
meltdowns or
all
if
right.
she's like having hormones like driving her crazy, like as a normal woman,
Mm-hmm.
like you're going to have a different reality based on what your body is doing to you versus what your
Right.
own
sure.
toddlers are doing. It's like being able to ask her and see how can I help you today? Like, would it be helpful if I do dinner? Would it be helpful if I take the kids? Like that check-in is awesome. And I think it goes back to those open tabs of where you were saying it kind of some of the what's the most important thing that has to happen or that has to get done. And maybe it's just getting kids to bed on time. Maybe that's the only thing that's important because then you guys go rot on the couch and watch a show together or play a game together, or she reads a book and you play a game or whatever. But being able to just like prioritize the things that are the most important and necessary versus like, yeah, this laundry pile is always going to be here. We're going to just always cycle through and pull clothing out of a freaking laundry basket for a week and a half, and it's fine. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think even like tonight, Ebox, that you took on bedtime. Like you were just like, hey, I feel like Chelsea needs a break. I mean, obviously I have no idea the context of the conversation. But you said, hey, I'm giving Chelsea a break tonight. I'm going to put the kids to bed. And like that, even that is a huge help to anybody. Like I'm jealous because I have to do it every night. So I don't get a break.
Your mental load
like I get, I get my breaks when I don't have her, but in reality, like when I do. So,
but you really
like I go on vacation and I
think about it. Because Cassie, you're the caretaker and the provider. Like you're both the stay-at-home mom and the working mom. So you have to have both sides of that. And so you are worrying about finances. You are worrying about the home needs. You are worrying about her emotional needs. Like you are worried about the grocery list. Like you really are your own little island of responsibilities, and you don't have another person to share that with right now. And so your mental load doesn't actually end when you don't have her, because just like when your kids are at school or your kids are at a friend's house, like you still have those tabs open in the back of your mind, I'm sure, Ebox, but it's like for Cassie, it just never ends.
It never ends. Yeah. Like I've been talking to both of you about feeling unmotivated just because I've been so busy like the last month and a half and have been nonstop. And even though I feel unmotivated, I still had to get things done. So I still went and like built a kitchen table, built a console.
With a migraine. You're forgetting to mention that.
Built my grill. Like
freaking Cassie had a migraine.
There's a leak in the ceiling now.
She had a migraine and was still like building crap and like going to work.
And then it's like also prepping for Bryce's room. Like I'm, decorating now that she's like out of the house, and this is like the first time I haven't had her where I can like, I guess, start to clear my mental load and get tasks done where it's not like, Mom, where are you? Mom. I can at least close the door now when I go to the bathroom, but I still have this. Who learned how to use the dog door today, so that's great.
That was
and
so
she taught
funny.
The other cat also how to do that, and the dog does not know how to use the dog door.
Listen, Harley is doing her best, okay? That video was so... You looked slow, like, down... She shows her cat going through the cat door,
I'll post
the dog
it.
door.
I can post the video.
Please do. And poor Harley is like... She looks so sad.
I'm also going to post the picture of the ramen. So.
Oh my gosh.
And before and after pictures of
house and smolders,
the house and stuff. But yeah, like you're right. Like my mental load doesn't end. I mean, I don't think there is an end to mental load.
They don't end.
I think it is lessened when I have my off days. So I do get like that mental break. But it like, I don't know. It's being a single parent is very tough. Being a parent in general is very tough, and like taking on all of the different tasks and different things like vacations, the mental load of that, and like trying to remember every little thing like I had to take a blow up bed. I had to, multiple swimsuits. I think I packed like 3 weeks worth of clothes because Florida is super humid and we're very used to like
super dry Utah.
Super dry. Making sure she had lotion, making sure, because she has eczema and just all of these different things. And then of course, like I forget stuff for myself. So I had like 4 pairs of shorts instead of 8, like, because they were still in the laundry and Yeah, so I had to do laundry like every other day because I was like going through clothes because it was, like hot. You would walk outside and immediately sweat. So,
Well, in your trip, you also had to pack a bunch of different types of clothing. It's not
oh
like
yeah,
you were
because my
just,
sister
Right.
got
Yeah.
married and it was
yay!
wonderful.
Yeah.
And yes, so
So you
we
had to have
also had to pack.
formal, you
My
had to have
mom
like
packed
beach
that though.
stuff.
So thank you,
Yeah.
mom, for packing my dress and Bryce's dress. Uh,
Everybody looked
and then
so
I just
pretty.
shoved it in my suitcase on the way home, and her face was like, "You did what?"
Oh no.
Oh, no.
I know. Also,
Oh,
sorry to
goodness.
Nicole. She would be mortified. She listens to this podcast as well. She's making our dresses.
Fun.
Shout out Gabardine. Alterations in Salt Lake.
Whoa.
She's amazing. My cat just freaked out. Sorry. Boop. But yeah, like it was a very awesome week, very wonderful, and looking forward to the next wedding in 3 weeks.
2 parts.
And that mental load, because that one's a big one. Oh,
Yeah.
look at her. Look at those cute little bootsy paws. Okay, I have some like funny questions to ask you both. But before we get there, are there ways that you guys have tried to like reduce mental load? So do you use like shared calendars? Do you have like a whiteboard that you use to write down things? Do you have chore charts? I know Ebox, you had talked about chore charts before. Have you implemented that yet? I know you're on vacation as well. Do you plan like weekly things? Like, what do you do? Anything to help yourselves with mental load? Even with gaming, like I know, Astra, you struggle with like remembering
What?
who you're gaming with. Did she just
Michelle's
fall
just got
out?
back from. She like tripped over something and almost wiped out.
Oh no.
No.
I do see the blue light also, by the way, behind you now.
It's
Yeah, I don't know
purpley
what that
for
is.
me.
Yeah, there's nothing back there though. When I turn around,
He turns
What?
around and
I don't
it's
know what
never
it is.
there.
It's an alien or a ghost.
It's gone.
What?
It's like every time you turn around, it goes away. But
There's like a blue light that
I was
shows
gonna
up
tell
on
you
my
to turn around.
camera, but there's like nothing behind me, so I don't know what it is.
I can see it
Ew.
now, but yeah. But every time he turns around, oh, it's there. What is it?
It's an orb. What is that? I don't
Chelsea.
know. There's nothing behind me.
Oh my gosh.
Ghost orbs.
What? Oh.
Whoa, did you almost just fall?
Love you,
Oh,
baby.
there's a dog next to me too.
That was like timed. That was ridiculous. Pan. You were asking about what do we do to keep track of things. Funny, you should ask. I bought a little calendar. So
Nice.
I'll show you guys like a blank one. But I bought a little tabletop calendar thing and it just stands so that I can keep track of who I'm playing games with, appointments that I have, plans with friends or family, because I do put things in my phone, but sometimes I forget to. So I like to have a tangible physical thing so that I don't overbook myself, because I have, not just in streaming, but like with my kids, with like friends, like in real life stuff too. I don't ever want someone to not feel prioritized by my lack of planning. So I have been guilty of that in the past, of not being very good at communicating or double booking, and so I don't ever want the people that I care about to not feel like I care about them. So I like to write it in my phone, put it in my calendar, and also put it on a tangible physical thing. I also have chore chart things. I think I was showing in last episode something with a like toggle thing on and off that I typically do in the summer for my kids, just because summertime tends to have more bored times. Oh my gosh, your cat's sweet little face. She's so cute. And those are good motivation. Those are good little helpful things for my kids to just, take part. But yeah, I definitely It could be more consistent with that, not just in the summer. Oh my gosh. She's so cute.
She really is.
What about you, E-Box?
So we have a big whiteboard calendar that we have in our kitchen. So we'll put like most of our dates and plans and stuff on that calendar. We're mostly good at updating it and adding stuff to it. And by us, I mean Chelsea. She's the one who mostly updates and adds things to it. And I too, like, I set reminders in my phones, but I am super guilty of like the alarm goes off for whatever, and I'm like, cool, silence that, and then just move on, and then I'll be like, I'll get that in a minute. And then it's like 8 hours later, I was like, oh, shoot, I didn't do that. So I like physical reminders as well. But yeah, mostly like the whiteboard, and I need to do something to organize my brain a little bit better than I do probably. Because I'm just like, I have a really good memory, but sometimes it's just like all those tabs being open that we're talking about. Sometimes like I'll remember things, but it's like once my mind gets back to that tab, which may be 3 hours from now, and then it's like, oh boy, I was supposed to do that and I didn't. But it's always like those lesser things, you know. It's never like the important stuff. Like I've never forgotten
That's good.
our kids or anywhere, you know, and I've never like forgotten to like cook dinner or take care of like important things. It's just like mowing the grass, for example. That's one of them. Like our backyard, sometimes the grass is like 6 inches tall because it's like, who cares? Like I'd rather take my kids on a walk or like just eat dinner with my family. Like I don't want to get off of work and go mow a yard, you know. Like I want to spend that time with my family after I've been like, you know, working or playing games or doing whatever for the day. So but yeah, we have a calendar that we use that keeps us mostly organized, but yeah, outside of that, just using the old thinker, you know, to remember things.
The old brain to forget things.
The old brain.
I use my phone. I have appointments and stuff, but that's it. It's all in my noggin. So, what's one of the funniest things you've forgotten because your brain was already full?
My neighbors' names all the time.
Okay.
All the time. I still don't know my name.
And you've lived,
I have lived
there
in
for
my house
a very long time.
for 13 years. I don't know my neighbor's name across the street. She's very nice. She's talked to me a handful of times. Yeah.
Does it start with an M?
Marlene.
I don't think so.
The one down and to the right a little? Yeah. Yeah, it starts with an M.
How do you know this? Across the street from me?
I used to work with her daughter. Yeah.
We'll
I'm not going to say her name on the podcast, but
we'll text.
I'll chat. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I'll chat with you. Smell you later.
Smell you later.
I also forgot underwear last week, so that's probably the funniest thing I
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Shorts, okay, you can wash them every other day, but yeah, that's important.
I had like 2 pairs. Yeah, it was bad.
The pair you were wearing, and then another pair.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3.
Yeah.
The pair I was wearing and 2 others. Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah, and we didn't leave the house.
8 days, you know.
Oh no.
You do inside.
Well,
outside,
if you're
outside,
weanling,
outside.
I think he said that you do. Yeah, I think isn't that a weanling-ism? Hasn't he said that?
No, my
inside
and
out.
same with the
I
black
pulled up
socks. You just keep wearing them until they get gross.
My,
oh God,
my grandpa,
no! Socks are
my grandpa used
gross.
to say that all the time. Growing up.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I'm an athlete. Socks are nasty. Do not wear them.
Oh.
Like, I played a doubleheader last night. Absolutely not. I'm pretty sure I need to, like, spray out my cleats. Anyways, yeah. What's the most random thing that you've remembered in the middle of the night? Like,
Wait,
2
Evox
a.m.?
didn't answer what he forgot.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Oh,
Yes,
mine
E-Box, what did you?
happened literally last night. This happened to me. So we're camping right now, and the kids
Perfect.
were in bed already, and I really wanted to take a shower. So instead of using our camper shower, because it's like kind of loud and the bunks are close to where the bathroom is in our camper, it's like, oh, let's go to the bathhouse. I got my stuff ready to go. Chelsea's like, don't forget a towel, don't forget soap. I was like, yeah, no problem. I get in the car and drive all to the bathhouse. And I was like, forgot a towel. Like, what the hell? Like, like
Oh
just like the most
no.
obvious thing you need for a shower. Like outside of soap, you need something to dry yourself off with.
Oh.
So we're camping.
Did you
so
also
I just
remember soap,
use-
or did you forget soap?
Oh, I had soap. I did. I didn't
Oh,
have a
good.
towel though. So I just
Oh, I
used
had
my-
soap.
Oh, I had soap. Don't you? I got squeaky clean. Don't
Your
you
used
worry.
T-shirt. You used your T-shirt, didn't you?
I used my t-shirt as a towel, yeah, and then drip dried most of the rest of the way that the towel.
I've
Yeah.
been there.
So-
Don't worry. I've also been there.
It was just I texted Chelsea.
Oh,
I got to the
no.
When I moved into this house, I washed everything and I took a shower and everything was in the dryer and I was like,
Yeah.
whoops. Well,
Whoopsies.
T-shirt it is. Got it.
T-shirt it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brain forgets stuff like
Yeah.
that all the time. Another one I'm guilty of is the classic, like when people are like, "What's up? Good. How are you?" You know, my brain does that type of dumb stuff all the time.
Oh
when I'm
gosh.
like interacting with people.
Oh.
Or the like
Just
sporadic, like the answer when someone's saying bye, like or
Uh-huh.
telling you bye and you're like they say something different, you just automatically are like, I think it's have a good day, and then you always say you too, and
right, yeah.
they
Yep,
say
that
something
fast food
different, you still
restaurant
say
thing,
you too,
yeah.
and
Oh.
They'll be like, "Enjoy
Or
your meal."
do you guys
too.
ever
It's like,
yeah,
do
yeah,
you
have a
guys
good
ever-
meal or something, yeah, and you're
or
like,
enjoy
okay,
your
and-
movie? Do you
Yeah.
guys ever do this thing where you almost zone out in the middle of a sentence or conversation with someone and they're like, "How are you?" And you're like, "Good, how are you?" And they're like, "Nice, yeah, good, how are you?" It's like you say, "How are you?" twice. Maybe, I don't know, like you have to be the one to start. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Hey, it's good to see you. How you been?" And they're like, "Oh, I'm good. How are you?" And you're like, "Yeah, I'm good. How are you?" It's like I
Yeah,
automatically
good, how
forget
are
that I've
you?
already asked that, and it's so like I'm just gonna start digging my own little grave here because I feel so dumb. It's oh god.
Yeah,
Like, where did my
absolutely.
brain cells go during that? Come on, stay with it, please.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Another thing which was joked about
Don't
after
do
the
that.
last episode was
tired.
the bass
It's past my
bottle
bedtime.
thing. Because I intentionally did that for so many years just to like mess with people that like I just do it in conversation now and I don't realize I'm doing it anymore. And it's like people will be like, "What did you just say?" And I'll be like,
Yep.
"I don't. What do you mean? I said this." And they're like, "No, you said this." It's like, well, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry. Like Dynamite Dundle is one that I've said before while playing Hunt, and I'm like, I didn't say that, and it's like, oh, I sure did, like after the fact, but
Mm-hmm. What did
Hope
I
your
say
day gets
instead of
better.
waxed? Yeah. What did I say instead of waxed frags? Wagged
fraxed
frax?
swags, fraxed wags,
Fraxed wags.
Fraxed wags. Yeah. I was in such a
Fraxed wags.
panic. Oh my gosh.
And then you
Stupid
blamed it
bomb
on me.
launcher.
You're like, Ebox wrote it in the chat. It's
Yeah.
like, no, I wrote it after you said it because it was funny.
No, I'm convinced it was your fault.
Oh man,
It was.
Mm-hmm.
it's usually my fault. That's fair.
All right, what's the most random thing that you've remembered at 2 a.m. or 3 or 4 for you two?
Mm-hmm.
I'm usually asleep at that time, but you two, on the other hand,
I mean, it's typically
fill up
really
my
boring,
Instagram feed
stupid things.
messages.
It's like I'll remember
Like, what do you
that I
panic about?
forgot. It's like I'll remember that I forgot to plug in my Tesla, and I'll have to get out of bed and go plug it in. Or I'll remember that I have clothing in the
That's
wash
probably a
instead
big
of putting
one.
it in the dryer, and I'm like, ugh, I have to get
I
out
do
of bed.
that.
Otherwise, it's like all gross the next
Gross
day.
and that, yeah.
I think that those are probably the most like those ones. Or it's like I will.
Way past my
I've remembered
bedtime.
needing to call like a doctor's office as I'm laying in bed, and it's like
Oh.
midnight. I'm like, oh my gosh, I never made the appointment. Speaking of, I just realized I never made an appointment. But It's stuff like that I'm
Good
like,
reminder.
cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
What about
that's
you,
for me.
Ebox? I'm sure you have a lot of random
Well, it's
things.
yeah. You said random things, and my brain went to random things. I did like Astra answered it in
Okay, go.
vein of
Yep.
the conversation
Fire it
of the
off.
podcast, but usually random stuff from my childhood. So one that I've thought about recently was when I was in kindergarten. All of the kids. This was just one night at like probably 3 a.m. Like you're saying. All of the kids started wearing boxer shorts, and they thought it was the coolest thing ever. Ooh.
Sweet little kitty cat.
Sweet little kitty cat. Yeah,
Oh.
distracted me. But yeah, when I was in
Sorry.
kindergarten,
The paw gets you.
all the kids were wearing boxer shorts, and they thought it was the coolest thing ever. And I was still in tighty whities because that's the underwear I had at that age. But I was trying to be funny, and I was like, "Look, I got these cool boxers too." And I accidentally flashed my wiener to the whole class. And I had that thought at like 3 a.m. and that it haunts me. It's a thing that happened when I was 5 or 6, and it's something that I live with still. So.
Oh no!
Oh my
gosh! Yeah.
Nicely done.
Yeah. So.
I also think about stuff from my
later,
past.
Mm-hmm.
Not even gonna get into the next.
No, go for it, Gaz.
Next part of this. Oh gosh, I don't know. Mandy said hers, and then you said yours, and I was like, oh yeah, I actually do think about random shit I did as a child.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think lately it's been like softball stuff.
Sure.
Like I played like garbage yesterday, so I was up late thinking about that, and I was like, oh gosh, if I have to play in this tournament this weekend, then I better do batting practice or something because I batted so bad. And it was like
go to the cages.
one game of bad batting, and then I don't play in the field, and then I get like, I guess, frustrated in my own mind because I'm like, I don't want to play right field. Right field's boring. I did that, and catcher. But then I get to thinking like it's just a cycle because then I'm like, well, I've never played these positions. I might as well just like get better at all of them, and then I'm just a more versatile player. And
for sure.
So, but I prefer pitching, for sure. I'm an infielder.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about men and not liking infielding, but it's fun. Yeah, I just think about random stuff.
And
I mean, the other thing I was thinking about was the text message I received last night. So from the
those kinds of things will also pop into my head.
They haunt me.
I've said this.
Are you serious? Like, I could have predicted that was coming because of the day that it came on. So, but
I've mentioned this to both Cassie and Ebox, not on the podcast, but I do think it's something that we'll probably talk more about in future podcasts. But each of us have gone through different mental hurdles, and currently going through some, and again, ebbs and flows. Holy monster yawn. But I just saw the yawn. But I kind of call my the not so happy thoughts, I call them my dark passenger, because I thought my dumb younger self, like, oh, I was depressed in high school, I had anxiety then, I'm fine now. But then I realized it's with me still, like in the car, I'm driving and it's this passenger. Wow. That's, man, she's so freaking cute. I'll steal her. But you know what? And on occasion, oh my gosh, Cat, please. You're Cat, too please. Cute.
It's bath time.
Oh, she's so cute.
Sometimes stop being so cute and just go back to sleep.
She's like,
Can't
no.
do it.
Oh, she's so sweet. But that's I think another part of those like 2 or 3 a.m. or insomnia stuff is those thoughts, those racing thoughts, the bad thoughts, the stressful thoughts that that not feeling like you're enough, feeling like that
Why are you
you're
so
not.
angry?
Oh heavens, she does have an angry face.
Did you see that?
But just having those pop into your head, or the fears for the future, or the fears for your children or yourself, or whatever it is, that my dark passenger has bad timing, or very ironic timing, with like kicking me while I'm down kind of a thing. And so I do tend to have those kinds of thoughts and things in the middle of the night at more stressful times than otherwise. So I would say that's something too.
Yeah, absolutely. The amount of times that
For
I've
sure.
like fallen asleep for like an hour and then wake up and brain's like, hey, you suck at life, idiot. And then it's just like the negative like thought patterns that happen, like, and then I can't go back to sleep. And, and then it's like, well, it's time to wake up in 3 hours and do this all over again. Brain's telling me I'm bad at this. And then it's like, let's wake up in a few hours and be bad at it again, So yeah, I'm with you. Like those nights suck.
Incoming kitty.
Oh. Is she leaving her
she
tower?
Just like very gracefully got off her bed, like reached down, stretched out her arms, but here she comes. Oh, just kidding. Anyways, should we get into our next topic?
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about it. I only know it from like Hunt, but we're going to talk about skill-based matchmaking. And how we feel about it. How do we like it? Do we not like it? Is it accurate? Inaccurate? From my perspective, it is very inaccurate because I am a baby.
You might have to blame your teammates for the lobbies that you get, though.
The 2 5-stars that I played with today. Yeah.
Yeah, but you were killing it still.
So, yeah, she holds her own.
Feel like yeah.
And you were not going up against babies
anymore.
I'm not afraid anymore. Ah! Oh my gosh. Love Home Alone. So I only really play Hunt as far as matchmaking goes, in a skill-based setting. And I know that people have big opinions about it. I think that video game companies probably do their best with what they feel like they have the capacity to do. I don't think that any gaming company is out there saying, I want to do the worst that I can do for my player base. I think they're all trying their best. And so I do tend to try to think of Hunt's perspective or Hunt's approach in an optimistic way. So I think that their MMR could do with some tweaking. I think that I'm over 3,000 hours in the game, and I've been pretty much every rank. I think I started out at 2 or 3, I don't remember, and then worked my way up to 4. I was like, no way. Oh, sorry, for those who don't play Hunt Showdown, it's a first-person shooter set in 1896, and you use like bolt action rifles, and going up against up to 12 people in a match. And you have star ranking of 1 to 6. 6 is the highest. And the matches in 6-star versus the matches in 3-star. I don't remember who said this, but the difference between it is just how many times can you peek a spot before you get headshot, or how many times can you exchange gunfire before you get headshot from the enemy or whatever. And so in 3 stars, I feel like you have a good chance. You can rotate a ton. You have a lot of back and forth, and the fights tend to go on for a little longer. I love 3 and 4 star. That's like my favorite range to be in. I think it's the most fun. People don't care about their ranking. They just go for, the glory. 5 and 6s, the highest and the best sweaties in the lobbies, will tend to peek one spot and then not ever re-peek it, and then rotate and sit in a bush and wait until you get sick and tired of the chase, and then they Getcha. So I think that with the skill based, for me, I think it could do with some tweaking. I don't feel like it's um, fair to have 6 stars when you're only a 2 or a 3 star in your lobbies, even if they are alone. So how Hunt
I
does
would
it,
agree.
if you load into a match alone as a 6 star, you get an automatic benefit of a lower MMR to go against everybody. And so a 6 star can be in the lobbies of the 2 or a 3 or a 1 star because they're alone. They don't have a teammate or a team. I don't like that. I don't like that 6 stars can be in with 1s and 2s. That feels like Anakin with the younglings, like that's just not fair. So I think that with 5 and 4 stars, I think that's fine to put up against 2s and 3s. I don't know if their community numbers, if their player base is big enough to permit all the 1s and 2s to be in a match of their own and not have them in any matches with the higher ranking. But as kind of devil's advocate, I do think that I got better at Hunt because of playing against higher starred players. And I think that Cassie, you probably feel this way a little bit too, where your reflexes are being honed a little faster because you're going against higher stars than you, and you're playing against people who have a ton more hours than you. And
Oh yeah.
it's something that's kind of baptism by fire in a way. So I think it's hard for 1s and 2s to get their teeth into the game if they're only going against 6 stars. I do think there has to be some kind of a balance.
Yeah.
But overall, I think they're doing the best they can. And some matches feel more lopsided than others, but I think that as far as Hunt Showdown goes, at least, because that's the only one I can really speak to. I don't really play other shooter games, but I think they did an okay job.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. Go ahead, Ebox.
Go ahead, Cass. No, you go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say. I know there's the delay.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
No, you go ahead.
How
are you? I'm good. How are you?
I actually have played more, I guess, skill matchmaking games, because I have played Call of Duty, and Rainbow Six Siege also does it. And then Fortnite is
I saw that
one that also does it, which I've played a bunch of with, like, the kids and whatnot, and my nephew and stuff. And I would say it's a lot better in Fortnite. I felt like I was playing with people like, as I progressed, I was progressing with, like, the same type of people, or the same 11-year-olds or whoever I'm playing with. I don't really love Call of Duty. I feel like that game's incredibly hard.
Hard pass. Not a fan.
Yeah. As far as Hunt goes, I do feel like I am getting better because I've played with people that are higher stars than me, and then I get put into matches that are incredibly difficult, but I do get frustrated with myself because I die so much more often. Like, still learning the sounds, still learning to, like, the maps and the right ways to rotate, and, like, I don't know.
How many hours do you have in Hunt, Cassie?
I have 143.
Okay. I think, personally, when it comes to Hunt Showdown, oh, my game is loud. Or my computer made a sound. I'm so sorry. I think that under 500 hours, you're still figuring the game out. And so I don't think that you can accurately state that you're proficient in the game until you've had at least 500 hours in Hunt, because of how overwhelming the audio is. And the fact that you are clicking heads as fast and as often as you are is insane. And especially that you don't have other PC gaming experience. So I know you get frustrated with yourself because you're a perfectionist and you want to be the best of the best. You're very competitive. But as someone who is also competitive, give yourself grace and understand that your 125 hours, you said?
140.
140 hours?
Yeah.
143 hours is
if you want to get
significantly
specific.
better than my first 143 hours of the game.
Yeah. I would agree with that too. My first 150 hours to 200 hours was like just atrociously bad. Like I was so anxious, I wouldn't move. You know, I was an opportunist. It's like if someone walks in front of me, I'll shoot at them. But even then, it was like, but if I shoot at them and miss, they're just gonna kill me. And then, you know, that's just it. Just like Astor was saying, it was the sounds for me. Like once I got used to the sounds and all of that stuff, like it just it started to click a little bit more. But I do think that Hunt does a good ish job with their MMR. It's got to be hard with the player base that they have, and then it's just like a smaller player base, so you're going to have a lot of average players, which like 3-star I think is overwhelmingly like the highest amount of people if you look at their like bell curve of their MMR. And people are going to ebb and flow throughout that MMR, obviously from 3 to 4 to 5 back down to 3. It's interesting to me with skill-based matchmaking that the people who seem to not like it or complain about it the most are typically the people who are highest ranked in the game, and they say it's because they want to have fun, you know, like I don't want to be playing against these sweaty people all the time, and it's like those are the people who are as good at the game as you. So kind of what you're saying is what's
they want an easy layup.
Right, it's just what's fun to you is picking on people who aren't
destroying
as good as
everybody else,
you know, like and that's just like interesting to me. That's like an interesting take to have.
The younglings, Anakin.
Right, yeah, it doesn't make a ton of sense. But I played a lot of Escape from Tarkov, probably like 1,400 hours. And it's similar to Hunt in the sense that it's an extraction shooter, but there's a lot more loot and like you don't have like a HUD, and it's just like a lot more grueling than Hunt is. And they don't have any type of skill-based matchmaking in the game, so it's like you could be playing against someone who has 15,000 hours in the game your first round ever to load in. And it's interesting because like in Tarkov, the thing that really makes or breaks like certain raids are like it was like your armor levels and stuff like that. So it's like you could run into somebody who's like much worse at the game as you, but if they have like a level 6 armor and you don't have the right ammo to like get through their armor, like you're not going to hurt them, you're not going to touch them. And so that was always interesting to me playing Tarkov, because it was like you'd sometimes run into people who are better than you, but it's like I know I have really good gear on, and then there's like gear fear that comes into play with that as well. But like I never noticed in Tarkov that people were extremely better than me at the game. Like there were a few times I ran into like a few folks that are like, okay, that guy's just, you know, he hasn't touched grass in 4 years, so it's like there's nothing I can do about that, you know. Yeah, like it happens. But for the most part, for not having like any type of skill-based matchmaking, like the fights always felt like good. Getting a kill in Tarkov is like, don't get me wrong, I love getting kills in Hunt Showdown and still get excited every single time. But in Escape from Tarkov, like when you would get a kill and you would see like the juicy loot they had on their bodies, man, that like it's one of those things. Like I always equate it to like golf, and Cassie will understand this, and Astor, you may or may not, because I know you don't do sports as much, but
no,
it's like when you go golfing, if you're like I suck at golf, I'm terrible at golf, but I like going. And sometimes like by the end of like 9 holes, it's like I don't know if I want to go golfing ever again. And then on the 9th hole, you'll hit that one shot that's like, oh, that was a really good shot. I know how to do this. Like, I want to do this again. And that's kind of like what getting kills in Tarkov was like, where it's like you might go 7 or 8 raids without a kill, but then like you get that one kill, like the 8th round in, and he has all the best loot in the game, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm in. Sign me up, you know. And then you go and lose it the next raid, and you feel like, what am I doing? But yeah, I think in Hunt
it's a vicious cycle.
It is a vicious cycle, yeah. Hunt does a good job with like in respect to like I don't know, it feels mostly fair outside of like if you have a wide gap, like a 2-star with a 6-star. Unfortunately, the 2-star is going to end up in a round with 6 stars, and that's just inevitable with the player base size
Yeah.
being that it is, because it's going to be hard to match with another 6-star who has a 2-star teammate. And I also have played a fair amount of Overwatch, and they also have like skill-based. It's not like skill-based, but their competitive mode, like after you play so many matches, you like get a rank, and then you get put into matches with other people who are your rank. And if you play with your friends who might be a lower rank than you, it'll let you know before you load into the match, like this is a wide gap, like this is a wide match, just like prepping you, like you're probably going to run into people who are better than you in this match, just because you're playing with your platinum friends.
That's nice that you get a heads up about it.
Your gold, yeah. So I think
that's cool.
Maybe something like that could be helpful in Hunt, just like where you're loading in, it's like going to let your teammate know something. I don't know, but I feel like if you're playing with randoms. Oh no, I got disconnected. Is it showing that I'm disconnected?
No, we can hear you still.
Oh, okay. It says can't connect to the studio. But yeah, if you're playing with randoms, you probably are getting into lobbies with people who are mostly your stars. But like, it's when you want to play with your friends, and there's like that gap of, some of them are 2 and 3 stars, and some are 5 and 6. You're just gonna get those mixed lobbies, and that's gonna make you better at the game. Ultimately, like you said, I think that the same thing. It's just, it can be a pain point. Probably.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Well, before he comes, or while he's connecting, hopefully back again, he does make a good point in Hunt. I have started playing as solo matchmaking into trios, and I have been more fairly ranked, I think, with my stars at least, prior to hitting the last couple of days that I've apparently gone off, because now I'm a 5-star again. But I was a 3-star for several weeks. But I think that the enemies I was going against were also 3s and 4 stars. So it was actually pretty fair, I felt like, afterwards. But I don't do randoms very often. So maybe that's the next science, is how randoms are. Maybe I'll split my next
you should try it.
Solo
like
adventure.
Randomly. Yeah.
Randomly try randoms. I was going to do that today, actually, but then I didn't want to. I chickened out. Fair. Try next time. But
I know, because you just never know what you're going to get. Like, you could get into a lobby with some interesting people. So.
And some not so good comments, and I have to mute them immediately, like what happened today. Speaking of, I need to delete that VOD or unpublish that VOD because of yucky people. Did you ever play The Division? Looks like he's trying to load back in.
No, I have not played it.
When he was talking about Overwatch, it made me think about The Division. They had gear rating, essentially. Instead of doing like an MMR situation, they did gear ranking. Welcome back. And so they had like a PvP area called, did you ever play the Division e-box? Okay. Yeah. Your comments about Overwatch made me think about it, because there's like a gear ranking, so that you have like, you go into a similar area or like a certain level gear recommended to go against the AI, essentially, which is nice, because then you know that you're going into a fight against tougher enemies. Like, it gives you this big red like banner at the top, like, warning, you're going to go against some heavy hitters. But yeah, that'd be interesting. I wonder if they would be able to do something like that within Hunt, or if they care. Maybe they just don't care. They're like, it's tough out there. Good luck, Good luck, soldier. You'll be fine.
I think that is part of the appeal to the game, is like the rough nature and like the learning curve. It's also interesting for me, because I definitely played way more Escape from Tarkov than I did Hunt, like early on. And so for me, coming to Hunt, what really drew me in about Hunt is that it was much easier, because there was a HUD. I could see who my teammates were. There were like all these different little things. that made hunt just like a more enjoyable experience for me. And I just like, it's funny in the hunt community where people are like mentioning that they like it's a gruesome game. I just got disconnected again. I don't know what's happening. I'm sorry.
Oh,
no.
Butt cheeks.
That's okay.
Dang. We are almost finished, so that's okay. I think our probably last part is just our parenting wins, right? For the week.
Parenting wins and our clip of the week.
Oh yes, and the clip of the week. I have a good one. What's your parenting win for the week, Cass?
Oh gosh. I went on vacation and I have a child that has rarely slept through the night. Like all the way from falling asleep until sometime in the morning, like 6 a.m. or later, because I feel like 6 a.m. is pretty common for a child. And probably like the last 6 days, I had such a great schedule with her that she has slept through the night every night.
Which is amazing.
And it's like so nice for my mental load for sure, because I'm actually getting like restful sleep, because when you wake up with a child, like getting up and then having to like reset your brain so you're, awake for anywhere from 40 minutes to 3 hours, and then having to do that multiple times, like as you saw in episode 2 of our podcast, like I had to get up how many times, like 3 or 4, to go help her, and
it's real life.
I've gotten her into a good routine, and we will see if it stays tomorrow.
But you also, the other aspect of it is that it's not all your routine. You're actively going against the grain because the other parent is not following your same setup. And so it's like, hey, we're gonna self-soothe. That's how you're trying to do it. You're trying to go in and check on her, make sure that she's okay and that she knows that she's okay, and also learn how to be okay on her own. Whereas when she's in the other household, that's not happening. There's no self-soothing.
And also letting her cry, not immediately attending to her. Like, I sit in bed, like I can hear her, I sit in bed and listen, and I give it like max probably 4 or 5 minutes before I'll go in there, and like usually lately she's figured it out. Like she's awake for maybe 30 seconds now, and I've just said like, hey, like I understand that, you wake up and it's frustrating and stuff, but want to know what other people do? We like turn over, say, all right, I'm going back to sleep, and then we get comfy. I pull my blankets up, get them all cozy, grab my stuffed animal, because I'm brought stuffed animals at night, thanks to my cats. They don't fetch mice, they fetch stuffed animals. So I'll grab my little stuffed animal and, turn over and snuggle it and fall back asleep. And I have just like been saying that every night for who knows how long. And then it finally stuck. So now she's sleeping through the night, and it's been 3.5 years. So I'm excited. Hopefully it stays. It's not going to stay because I have this weekend, and then I don't have a weekend until August. So
so I'm gonna skip the camper story because that might take too long. But parenting win for the week, I think, is we've been in Michigan and we're camping with our family, and Chelsea and I have been like working really well together as a team, even though like I've had to work this week from the camper, but like communication's it's just been there. It's been good. So like we haven't been missing a beat. Like I know what they're up to, where they're going. I've been able to like go out on lunch breaks and like hang out for a bit and just hang out around the campground and stuff. And the kids are having a fantastic time because they're with grandma and grandpa, and some of their cousins have been here. And, for the most part, Chelsea and I are staying sane as parents.
I have not yet. I wanted you to tell a couple of things that went wrong on your way there,
Yeah,
and that you kept
I
your
mean, I
cool
could,
is
yeah.
miraculous.
So we're in Michigan.
Sure.
We had to pack up our camper and come up here for a camping trip. First thing that went wrong, we decided to leave after my son's city league baseball tournament, which he won. So we won the championship game, but we got a late start. We left at like 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And then on the way, we found out that our camper didn't have taillights, and that was like 3 hours into the drive. So like we had like semi trucks pulling up to us and like cars honking, and we're like, what is happening? So we like pulled over at a church, like a random exit, and there was like a church that had like an outlet on the front of it. So I was like, let's just plug the camper in here for tonight, sleep for 3 hours, and leave in the like morning when it's light out again.
Yeah.
So we did that. It was fine. It was great. Kids slept well. I got a couple hours of sleep, and we started driving. And then we stopped to get gas, and I noticed that one of our camper tires was flat. And so I was like, what the hell? Like, I was driving. It felt fine. I don't know how the tire got flat, but like, it was like shredded. There's like wires poking out of it. And so I had to change the camper tire using like our manual car jack, and bent over to change the tire. And just, hear like the good old sound, and blew not only a tire, but a giant hole in the ass of my pants. So just on the side of in a parking lot,
to top
changing
it
the
all
tire
off, I ripped a hole in my pants.
Blew a big hole in my pants, but we got the tire changed. The lights still aren't working, but we made it to our destination safely, so it's been a good week. So trying to keep my cool throughout all of that though was a lot. Like, it was a lot of frustration and no sleep, and
absolutely.
It's just like everything that could have went wrong traveling with the camper basically did. So
yeah, Cassie and I were like, I think Cassie said it like, just go home at this point, just
turn around and go back. But at that point, we were literally like, we were literally an hour away from our destination. So it was like, well, that would be worse probably than just getting where we need to go.
Be more annoying.
Yeah. But what about you, Astro? What's your win for the week?
I think mine, I started talking about last episode that I was like, I'm not sure if it's going to be a win or not, to be determined. I think it's still being determined, but my oldest daughter is 13, and there's lots of fun things that happen when you're 13, lots of changes in your body and in your brain and in your social settings and in school and in family life and everything. Like, there's just a lot of changes, and so it's overwhelming to feel centered and perfectly like happy where you're at. And my daughter thinks a lot like me, and so she's very critical of herself. She's very quick to tear herself apart, and I see it very quickly because that's my brain. And so I've had some good deep conversations with her. She's old enough that I can have those kind of deeper conversations and tell her, like, not just telling her, oh, I think you're beautiful, because I do, but to try to validate her in her feelings and have her understand that, like, I feel that you're very beautiful, and someday you'll see that you are too, and that's okay. It may take you a minute, because it took me 37 years to finally realize that there's like beauty in every person on this planet. Like, it just, I don't know, there's a lot of how you're raised and how your brain functions that it kind of shapes how you view the world. And so anyway, she was having a kind of a rough day, and tearing herself apart unnecessarily, and I just had this thought like pop into my head, like, she needs to get endorphins. Like, that was just going through my head, is like, I need to get her to the gym with me and have her come and do a weightlifting class, have her do a bar class, have her try and do something that's physically challenging, that she's going to push herself. And I don't know if you guys feel this way when you guys have played your sports or done your things that are physically active, but when, yeah, a little bit, but I just thought, but so I wanted her to, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but like, if if I'm physically busy, it's hard for my brain to be busy. So if I'm running, or if I'm, pulling weeds or doing something that's physically demanding or lifting weights, it's hard to sit there and think, I don't like how I look. I feel like I'm annoying to all my friends. Like it's hard to start the pity party when your body is like, hey, hello, I have no extra resources, lift, or like, whatever it is. It's hard to focus on something that's not feeling so great inside of your head. And so initially there was a lot of pushback. There was a lot of, I don't want to do this. I'm going to be embarrassed. I'll be the youngest person there, and everyone's going to look at me and I'm going to look dumb. Like all these like concerns, and they're valid. That's her perception of the fear going into the unknown. And I just told her to trust me. Like that there are other kids there. There are people who are 80. There's people that are 16. Like there's all ages of kids there. Or people, not just kids. But and so we went to the first class, and it was pretty exhausting, but we got smoothies after and it was fine. And then we went to the next class and it was at 6 a.m. and I was like, oh, for sure she's not going to wake up when I wake her up to get her out of bed. And she did. She was up and ready to go, and was very quick to come with me, even though it was very early. And that was last week. So this week is our second week going. And yesterday I was planning on doing a different class, not a 6 a.m. class, but it was like at 9 or something. And when I told her that we weren't doing bar, she was like, wait, why? And I'm like, oh, I want to try this other class and you can sleep in. And she's like, but I really like that class. She's like, I don't want to go to this one. That's my favorite one so far. And I was like, okay, we'll do your favorite class. That's fine. So she, had that excitement and that pull, and that something that she enjoyed. And part of exercise and moving your body is like, this is your body. You have this. You can't choose it. Oh, goodbye, E-Box. You have to fuel it well. You have to treat it well. And you have to, if you want to be on this planet for a good amount of years, you have to do those things, and it's not just, I want to lose weight or it's swimsuit season. It's like, no, it's life season, So I'm really proud of her. I'm glad that she's pushing herself, and we went up in weights today. So I have little baby biceps that I'm working on growing. And when you do a lot of reps, you tend to have lower weights and high reps to have like a different muscle type. Or if you want heavy weights and then less reps, stuff like that. I think I've just been impressed with her, because she went up to heavier weights today, and she was like, she's like, my leg was shaking at this one part. Like, I don't think I could do it. And I was like, it's a good thing when you get those like muscle shakes. Like that's your body saying, I'm at my limit. And I'm proud of her. She's doing great.
She's doing great. I'm proud of her. It is a huge win, because I know you were worried about it before, and it's turned out really good for you. So
I like working out too. So it's a pro to have a little buddy with me. I
just want to do sports. I get bored at the gym, so
I'll
end up on a basketball court or in the like pickleball court or something.
I've never played pickleball.
We need to play. Highly recommend.
We do. Should we do the clip of the week?
Yeah, let's do it. The audio, either one. I believe the audio of this clip is the best.
All right, here's the clip of the week. There's men here. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Oh, there's men here. On the roof.
Tagged him?
Jay, I blew his brains out!
Oh, nice.
Holy nice.
Oh, man.
That's so
I
funny.
do too. He's such a good dude.
I like the audio in that. You need to like, I blew his brains out. Needs to be an audio clip.
The squish of the headshot. That's one of my favorite things in Hunt. They have so many unique sound effects for all the things. And when you get a headshot, it gets a squish. Like. You've had so many headshots.
I know. I don't know that it's actually its own sound.
Okay.
I just know that it goes, and they die. And then I go, oops, sorry.
Oops, sorry, I killed a man.
Oops,
You said that
sorry.
like 5 times today.
I did.
Cassie was on a freaking rampage, and every time she'd kill someone, whoop, killed him. Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Sean's
I
like,
don't even know
why are you
why.
saying sorry?
I know.
Oh, but that squish
Oh,
is super
so-
satisfying when you get a headshot. They're fabulous. And I'm new to using, that's the Sparks. It's a single shot pistol or rifle. They have it in 2. But I'm new to using that, and it has fast become my regular secondary weapon. So it's been fun.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well,
All
thanks
right.
for the
You've made it this
chat.
far. Thanks for listening. Keep following us everywhere. Listen everywhere. Supporting us. And we will see you next week.
Mm-hmm. Goodbye, E-Box's ghost.
Goodbye, E-Boxes. Not here. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.